everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm showing you a super easy makeup that even complete beginners can do. The best part is you don't need to draw your brows, and this is very easy and simple. Please do well to subscribe to my channel if you are here to. So let's dive into the video now. The first thing is skin prep. I already prepped my skin before this video, so I'm going to link it above for you to watch how to prep your skin in order to avoid repeating steps. The next thing I did was to take a brow gel to brush out my brow, and that is it for the brows. Now I am going to be concealing the brows using a concealer and a flat angle brush. Makes your brows looks natural, and it is easy for beginners. You don't have to bother or worry about drawing your brows. The next thing we are going to be doing is to blend out the concealer. We are blending the concealer to give a flawless natural finish. After concealing, we are going to be setting our brows. Anything you conceal, you have to set. That is the rule. So we're setting to give your brows a bright look and a finished look. While we are doing this, I would like to thank everyone for watching my video, and if you are a returning subscriber, you already know how I feel about you. Thank you for returning. I love you so much. Thank you all for the support. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. The next thing we are going to be doing is to be applying our primer. So I'm going to be using this e.l.f. grip primer before going ahead with my foundation. So you are going to apply this and blend it into your skin using your hand or an applicator. Next, I am using a lightweight foundation to even out my skin tone. This is from Mary Kay, and I'll be using a damp beauty blender to blend it. Also, you need to use an applicator to apply your foundation. Don't dip your beauty blender or your brush into the foundation. Then you're going to blend well, blend gently. You need to take your time with blending. Blending is very important when it comes to foundation or concealer application. For a beginner, you can try to get a brush or a beauty blender and try using both. Whichever one suits you well, you can then go ahead to use it. I usually like to use a beauty blender. Some other people like to use brush, but you can try both in order to know which one works for you perfectly. After blending your foundation, allow it to sit in properly, blend properly before going in with your concealer. Use a concealer which is 2 shades lighter than your skin tone. Apply the concealer under your eye, apply to your forehead, your nose area, your mustache, and your chin. Use a setting spray onto your face before blending in the concealer. I'm going to be using this setting spray from Charlotte Tilbury. Now, you can either decide to use a beauty blender or a brush to blend in your concealer. For me, blending my concealer, I like using a brush, but when I get to my under eye, I don't find the brush comfortable for some reasons, so I usually switch to my beauty blender. I would say I love beauty blender for all my blending. You can try both to decide which one works for you well. I'll be adding a liquid blush on my cheeks, my nose for some warmth. If you don't like blush, you can skip this part. So having done that, you're going to be using your beauty blender as well to blend this in. Blending is very important, and always take your time to blend. The blush I am using is from Made by Mitchell Curve Case, and I am using the orange shade today. To keep everything in place, I'm going to be using this setting powder, press powder from Fit Me. So we're going to be setting everywhere we highlighted: our under eye, our forehead, our mustache, and our chin. Remember the rule: anywhere you conceal, you always have to set in order to keep it in place. At this point, my makeup is already coming alive. I'm already loving it. Now I am going to be applying my contour, which is still from the Made by Mitchell Curve Case. So I'm going to be applying it to my forehead and my cheeks. So I'm going to be blending upward. Always blend properly. Take your time to blend everything until it is even. You can also use a brush to apply this as well, but I'm just comfortable with a beauty blender. Anyone that works for you is fine. I am also going to be contouring my nose as well. Now it's time to apply our powder. So I'm going to be using my powder shade, and I'm going to be dusting off before going onto my face. Remember my previous video which I said you should get a powder palette because it helps you find your shade at any time. If you are yet to see my video on the makeup kit you need as a beginner, I'm going to be linking it above, so click on the link above to watch. Now we are baking, and I'm going to be using this setting powder from Mera Cosmetics. Always damp off the excess powder before applying. We are going to be applying onto the areas which we have concealed, because these are the areas that get so oily, so we need to focus on them so we can put them in place. Next, we are going to be defining our contour using the same setting powder. You just have to follow the steps and you're good to go. So we're going to be improvising with our powder for our eyeshadow. Remember, this is a quick, easy tutorial for beginners and we don't want to do much. In order not to leave our eyelid blank, we are going to be using the brown shade powder, which is from the palette, to serve as an eyeshadow base. So it's just to give your eye this natural looking instead of leaving it blank. I recommended in my previous video to get a powder palette. This is what I mean. In a powder palette, it can help you improvise. Now you're improvising, you don't even need an eyeshadow because this is for beginners and we don't want you to do so much. We still want to look so beautiful and natural. Tell me this eyeshadow is not looking good. You can also find these dark shades in an eyeshadow palette. Look at my makeup looking alive. So now I'm going to be dusting the excess powder from the baking, and I forgot to apply my powder contour before defining my contour. So this is a powder contour. You're meant to apply it on all those areas where you applied the liquid contour before defining your contour. So now we are going to be applying our powder blush just to give it this warmth and beautiful look. So I'm using the shade orange because I love orange. I also applied the contour to my nose area. The next thing I'm going to be doing is my eyeliner, but I can't do this on camera because it's chaotic, so I went and did it off camera. So the next thing I do is to smudge my under eye. I love to smudge my under eye and I will tell you why. So I use the eyeshadow brown shade to smudge my under eye. So this is why we smudge our under eye, because number one, it gives you that smoky look. Number two, sometimes you get teary and probably your concealer is breaking, so this will help cover those patches and nobody's going to know that something went wrong. Moving on to my lips now, I'm going to be using this black lip liner. I just feel like using this today, so I went ahead to line my lips and I used my favorite lip stick and I went ahead with a gloss. In my previous video I said you need your favorite two combo which you're going to be using for all your natural looks. I'll be adding some bronzer to my cheeks, my forehead, my nose, my mustache area and my chin, just for a glowy look. So the next thing you're going to be doing is to use a setting spray just to make it cool and make everything sit. And next I went ahead with my Seal It. This is from Pro Cosmetics. This helps to make your makeup last all day in case you have an oily skin, and yeah, it makes it last. And that is all for my makeup. What do you guys think? Is this makeup really simple? Do you enjoy it? Is it giving natural look? Do you need to do much? As a beginner, I think this is perfect for you because I don't have to do much. I already eradicated drawing your brows, which is the most difficult part of makeup. I'm sure if you follow these steps, you can also achieve that flawless makeup all by yourself. What you think in the comment section. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel and share this video to your loved ones. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.